Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
And Hannah's going to kick us off in Akron, Ohio this hour. Hannah, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Sure. What's going on?
So I am 22. My boyfriend's 23, and my question is, all of our debt will be paid off by April of 2025. That's credit card, 2 vehicles, and credit card and 2 vehicles. All we have left will be our new mortgage we just acquired last year. But our problem is our house is sitting on land that's not in our name. So should I stay on our plan to pay everything off now in 2025, or keep that extra money, start piling it into a savings to put a down payment on the property by this next year?
So you're looking to buy the land?
Yes.
How did that not happen with the sale of the house, or when you guys bought the house? What was the
the original deal was that me and my boyfriend were looking for a house. We couldn't get approved for a house by itself, so we bought a modular home. And my grandma said, "Oh, you can put it on my property, and then you guys can eventually, when you can, buy the property and keep it in the family name." Okay, cool. So we did that, and she has just been letting us have it here. So it's not just some Smojo that we have it on. It is family.
Sure.
However, she needs to get out of her debt that she has on the property. So ideally, we don't want to cut her short on buying the property just to pay off what she has, but we also want to give her a fair price for it. So we've been here for about a year. We can financially, I think, buy it by end of next year, but I don't know if I should stockpile all my extra I'm putting into paying off my credit card and our 2 vehicles, or put it towards a down payment.
Okay. Can we go like a little high level conversation here, Hannah, for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you are talking about your finances with your boyfriend, you're using a lot of like we statements. We're doing this, our debt, all of it. So just doing this for as long as we have. When you are not legally married, there is not an ours we conversation. It's a Hannah's conversation. And what's your boyfriend's name?
Joey.
Joey?
Yes.
And Joey's money, right? So like these, there's going to be 2 separate lanes here. And I know that's going to be difficult for you to kind of untangle in your head because it has been so unified. But what ends up happening is that you combine emotionally, acting like you're married, combining accounts, paying on each other's debt, all of it, without any legal representation and no legal documents here, that if something happens, and I'll say if, that it's a complete mess. And our job is to be there for the people when it's a complete mess. So those are a lot of the calls and some of the stories that we hear on that side. So what I have learned is, as separate as you can live, that could be financially, physically, all the things, like as separate as you can live until you're married, it is a cleaner break. There is something about it that it just makes it cleaner on an emotional and financial side. So I'm going to ask you, Hannah, how much do you bring in with your job? What do you make?
$50,000.
You make $50,000. Okay. How cards do you have any? Are any of your credit cards have his name attached to them at all, or are their credit cards with just Hannah's name?
Just the credit card that's in my name. He has his own that he pays.
Perfect. So how much do you have in your credit card? How much debt do you have on your credit card?
$2,400.
$2,400. Okay, perfect. And then you have a car. Is it just under your name, one of the cars?
Yes.
Okay, and how much do you owe on that one?
$5,000.
$5,000. Perfect. Okay, and what does Joey make a year?
$80,000.
$80,000. Perfect. And what does for his credit cards, how much does he owe?
Only like $1,000.
$1,000. Perfect. And what about his car?
29.
Truck. 29,000. Okay, perfect. 1,000. Okay, cool. Okay, so what I would do, Hannah, is I would be working to pay using your $50K to be paying off your credit card, you paying off your car, and he's working his plan. You can do it at the same time, but I would not be mixing numbers, and you guys have your own plan. Now, the mortgage, is it in both your names?
It is. We had to do it that way to get approved.
Yes, because you guys you couldn't afford it otherwise. So,
right.
Okay, so that's done. So my next piece of advice then would be to, if you decide on your own, Hannah, to buy this property, which I don't think you can afford right now on your grandmother's property. I don't see that happening soon. And if I were Joey, I would not be tying my name into land deeds and loans and all of it with a family loan that on a family property that I'm not legally bound to. Like, he's the one, and honestly, Hannah, he'd be the one that gets screwed in this whole situation if you guys break up. So my next thing would be,
it's been 8 years.
Are y'all do what?
I said, I hope not. It's been 8 years.
Yeah, Hannah, and y'all are 22 and 23.
I'll be honest with you. The only reason we're not married is because we don't have the funds to do that.
Hannah. Wrong
ring.
answer. You're telling me you had the funds to get a mortgage, but not to get married?
Go to Walmart and buy a silver bands. Go on Amazon. I could go right now on Amazon and get you guys 2 rings for $9.99. You go to the courthouse and get married. Go get married. Do it.
I've said that, but it's not good enough. It's not special enough.
Joey.
For him or for you?
For him.
He's making excuses,
Well, you guys
Hannah.
are acting like you're married anyways. So what does a certificate do? It didn't change it that much.
So he wants to become a real estate mogul with you, but not put a ring on it. He's making excuses.
He's heard it from both sides. My dad and
Hannah. Okay, let me just tell you this.
You should be glad Rachel's on this call because my blood is boiling.
George,
at this.
you can add in.
Your life is like a Common Core math problem. It's so messed up, it hurts my brain. You guys got yourself into a mess, and you're digging a hole deeper by getting entrenched in grandma's financial situation, taking on land debt on top of a mortgage that's in both of your names, but you're not married, to help grandma out, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear how crazy that sentence was?
I know, and I know it was a crazy situation.
How about this? How about we back out of this land deal because we can't afford it, and we're 22 trying to figure out our life? I think we get out of this modular home. Number one, that modular home is going down in value.
It's not a great investment anyways.
So I would get out of that thing as soon as you could. Good luck finding another renter for it, right?
Yeah, that was kind of from the beginning of why it even happened. But
we have to think about the future when we make decisions today. And I really pray that we can resolve this, that you guys can get out of this mess, that you get married, that you get on the right foot with this thing. But right now, I'm not continuing with this deal.
No, you can't. You can't afford it, Hannah. You can't afford it. And it's not your responsibility either in this. So I would separate those finances. You guys work your plan. Tell Joey to go on Amazon. I can send them a link. I'll send them a link.